Hmm. Hi, hello, and today, after a really long time, I'm translating about photography for adults, and uh, and I will discuss about photo shoots. I will discuss about photo shoots for ladies. Okay, I will talk about reasons, what the reasons why ladies today, nowadays, creating photo shoots, what the results, what they expect, and of course, I will talk about the process as well, right? So, talking about ladies, ladies are, for me, a more complicated topic than men. And of course, the easiest topic for me is couples. Okay. So ladies worry. Ladies worry about many things, right? And about worries we will discuss slightly later. What happened is that recently there are some ladies and their mature age were contacting me and they want to have a photo shoot. The reason when they want an erotic photo shoot to celebrate their achievements, to celebrate the way they look, to celebrate the age that they reached and the goals that they managed to how to say to reach for themselves, you see. So erotic photography for many people, okay, it's a taboo topic. It's something what they dream about, but they're nervous to do, they're scared to do. They do not have guts and courage. Okay, so that is why they need a professional photographer who will guide them and lead them. Almost every woman would like to be guided. Okay, and I would say that men are a very strong point. Okay, they understand when they're shooting women, they especially for adult work. Okay, men really know how to turn the woman on, how to pose her, how to move her around to create a hot and successful shoot. Okay, images. When I'm shooting woman, for me it is most important that she would feel comfortable. Okay, and that she will open up to show her sexuality. I would not put her into any kind of poses or in any kind of, situations that they would not feel, uncomfortable. At the beginning, for me, it's always a process, a communication, and the trust between photographer and the client. You see, and when the client is a woman, the woman is always very much demanding, I can tell you. Okay, they have very high standards. I'm not saying that the men don't have high standards, but women worry about a lot of things. Okay, first is about the looks. The second about the competition. Are they better than the others? Okay. Second one, of course, they worry about their not showing their imperfections. Women always want to look younger, hotter, better, and you see today there is a lot of erotic photography goes to adult work, and I do work with people who need escort portfolios, okay, who are just now breaking into business, okay, just now starting, right? But I also shoot ladies who want to know more about themselves. Okay. Very often women spend their time in dedicating all their, love, right, to the others, and they forget about themselves. So that's what I've noticed now, that there are a lot of women who are writing me saying that this is my time. This is what I want, right? I want something for myself. Okay, and it's great. I think that doing erotic photography, it's very unusual experience because we not get used to undress in front of other people, especially pose in front of the camera. But now when I say this, I know that this is more related to mature generation. Okay, someone older. When I speak with young people, right, they are very good. Very good with nudity because they've seen it everywhere. Okay, someone who is in late 20s, they already grown up with the understanding of the romance and the intimacy, right? The sexual energy. There are a lot of adult scenes in many movies, so people now aware. Okay, but when we go back to 50 years back, we know that nudity was not allowed, right? And it was a taboo topic. And people were ashamed, right? They feel guilty. And of course, they've been judged, right? When they displaying themselves, showing themselves, right? So now things are changed, okay? And it's from one side is great because I believe that when you want to know yourself better and when you want to create an erotic photo shoot to see yourself from every kind of angle that you are not able, okay, to see, the photographer is not able to, the photographer is able to create the shots that you are not able to do yourself, even if you do the greatest selfie, you see? So that's the thing with the photographer. Although when I speak about woman and when I speak about photography, I now know that there is AI coming, okay, and portrait photography can be replaced. Okay, portrait photography with the AI can be replaced. There are a lot of selfies now. There are a lot of profile pictures of people putting AI images, portraits, right? But what I think about erotic photography, you see, it's not about the images. Erotic photography, it's about working with yourself, with your body, connecting during the photo shoot, and expressing your sexual energy. Creating something for yourself. And of course, after the shoot, you will have that memory of the experience that you had. Okay, so AI cannot generate that, you see. And I believe that for adult person, erotic photography, for today we speak about the woman, right? For a woman, it's feminine, feminine energy discovery, right? Sexuality taps into a feminine energy. And not many women are aware of their energy and sexual energy. So we people psychologically been, maybe classed in the different classes. And there are ladies who are, you see, very easy to undress and present themselves. They born this way, okay? They born this way. Majority of ladies, they go to acting, they go to dancing, they go to singing, right? This is a type of personality that likes to show off, right? But there is another part, right? Another side, right? There is a personality who doesn't want to show off, right? Who is shy, who is stiff, who is closed, who is unconfident, right? There are different people out here. And so I've actually serviced both. It is much easier to work with the open-minded personality, okay, because we can jump straight away into the shoot, right? And when I say open-minded personality, I say adult work escort, right? It is very easy to start the shoot with the escort, okay? There is no time that I need to break through the personality sheet. People are hiding themselves, okay? They're pretending they're someone else, or when they're coming to shoot, they want to shoot a picture that they've seen of someone else, okay? Very often the case with the ladies, okay? They're very high competitive. They want to be younger than her neighbor or their sister, and they want to look better. They want this kind of a thing. Okay, so what I'm saying is that when there are shy people, shy women, I am not saying that this is bad to be shy. You see, this is a personality type. But even that woman, they want to discover and understand what's happening inside them and what kind of a sexual energy they display. When I'm talking about sexual energy, I can say that this is related to our eros zones, okay? Stimulation zones. Some people feel the touch with their skin, they feel the world with their skin, right? There are oral people, verbal people, right? And there are visual people. There are people who can recognize the sounds and hear very well, right? There are different kinds of people out here. And so erotica, when I create erotica, I can see them and I can recognize them, and of course I can advise, you know. So what I'm saying is that I do not create the same photography for everyone. Okay, there are different ladies. Some wanna be more kinkier, okay, during the photo shoot, more naughtier, to create erotic and explicit content. And I'm saying this type is open-minded, because they arrive and straight away say, I want to create like really hot and sexy shots, right? And there are women who come and they don't know how to start, they don't know how to pose, they don't know what is sexual energy, they don't know how to be sexy, okay? And that's a longer situation, a longer version of the shoot, okay? Because you cannot start the sexy shoot if the person is do not feel confident and do not feel sexy about themselves. Okay. Yes, you can create nude shots, erotic shots, boudoir shots, glamour shots straight away in the first half an hour, right? But do that person is ready to create this in half an hour? Very often when you're doing a first time photo shoot, you need 1 hour to shoot just to relax, just to start feeling your body, just start understanding what's happening, okay? And then go into creative mode. Okay, I'm talking today about photography, and I'm discussing ladies. Okay, and I will tell you one secret. You know, when I was just before becoming a photographer, I was thinking that there are beautiful ladies and there are not beautiful ladies. Okay, and that's something what I want to tell you. But when I start shooting erotic photography, I've noticed that the beautiful ladies is beautiful with the looks, okay? But ladies who are not so beautiful, they're very sexy in the bedroom, you know? So everyone who's thinking, and most of the time ladies would think, oh, she's such a nice guy, why he chose her? So they if they would see, you know, that couple in the bedroom, you would understand why. Okay, this is not visible. But they become a different personality when the sexual energy switch on in their body. Everything changes. Their face is changing. The reflection, the feelings. I can feel that energy between people. So they're very much expressive, you know? So like I say, we all are gifted with different things, with many things, right? And when I create erotic photography, you see, I tap into a specific individual personality. I will be answering questions today as well. If you have questions for me about erotic photography, and I will be coming live much more often now, right? So when you see me, you can think about boudoir photography, glamour photography, nude photography, explicit photography. I shoot photography without limitations. I mean, no taboos. Okay. The reason why I am able to do this is because I have a medical background. Okay. And of course, I work in adult business for a really long time. Right. So what I'm saying is there are different types of women. Right. There are women who don't have to be, okay, extremely sexy in life, right, or outside for everyone, but they're very sexy with their husband. Okay. There are women who shy, right, and they brought up in a way that they would like to explore themselves and learn more about themselves and open up. Okay, and that's an evolution. Okay, that's an evolution shoot, I would say. There is a confidence boost shoot that taps into sexuality. Okay, because like I said before, it is not possible to create extremely hot and sexy picture if the person is doubting, worrying, nervous about themselves, they are not confident, and they feel not worthy. Okay, it will be represented in the picture. So my photographer's job is to create hot, sexy pictures and create that transformation in the same time. So that person would not pretend, but not fake in front of the camera. You know, being real, really hot and sexy now. Are you feeling it? Show me, show me. You know. So sometimes you see when I work with people who are very much blocked, very restrained, okay, they're scared, they're terrified of the shoot and what will happen. Okay, it is a negative energy coming through, you see, and I showed so many of them, you know, that I realize how much is important to understand who you are, what is your nature. And of course, when we speak about erotic photography and about sexuality, everyone has different kinks, different likes, different ways to stimulate themselves. And when it comes to shooting very, very, very naughty and very kinky scenes, right? People shy away to talk about it, you know? Usually, if the personality is, you know, closed and holding back, they will say this during the shoot. They would not say it even before the shoot. Okay, they're so much embarrassed, right? But when you have an open-minded person, a brave and a confident, he would say, okay, I want explicit. I want explicit shoot. I want the sexiest one. I want this and I want that. So they know who they are. They know what they like. They know what kind of the settings they want, what kind of the props they want to use, what kind of the outfits it suits them, you know? So erotic photography here at my studio, you see, create a different persona. When you are shy and when you are embarrassed, in few hours time, you can walk out absolutely confident, you know, and feeling hot and sexy, right? And when you're coming back to those images, which is you, right? You are the shy person doing those kind of things in the camera. They can revise and revise again to actually change the mental blocks, and they're not going to be shy anymore. And imagine when you are confident in using your sexual energy in your life, in your relationship, in your business, right? Or in any kind of a area, right? It helps. It seriously helps. It puts you forward today, right? I remember the olden days, and I've read this book from one medical person who was doing face reconstructions. Now we have beauty professionals and we have different kind of surgeons there, right? But I remember that they were writing that before it was very popular to have a small breast, right? It was nearly 1860, so how long it was ago, right? Now we know that ladies want to buff themselves up and present themselves, right, in an extra way. And that is fine when there is a need for that. You know, very often people don't need any injections or any upgrades, right? When I'm saying people, I'm saying ladies. Okay, I know men do it, right? But the ladies overdoing it. Okay, so when the ladies coming to the photo shoot, when they overdone things, I know straight away that they do not see themselves. Okay, and they think that there's something wrong with them and they need to fix. And very often this fixing never ends, right? And they become unrecognizable. These people have negative image in their heads. It is very hard to work with these people. No matter how great the photo shoot will be or how great the pictures will be, they would see that ugly image because it's printed in their heads. Okay, so I'm staying aware and I know about these situations, right? What else? There are ladies who would like to create a photo shoot with hot and sexy models. Okay, that's another thing. So I have male models that I can hire so that they can explore their sexuality. There are husbands who would like to book a photo shoot for their wife with the hot and sexy model. And so I also arranging that, right? So we create different kind of experiences for ladies, starting from a basic shoot, which is just a basic boudoir. There is like maybe semi-nude and artistic nude pictures you can try, but usually we start dress and then a little bit of some sensual, okay, exotic things, right? When you put a standard package, then it's gonna be full-on photography and videos, right? And when people book a premium package, then the premium package will give you no limit photo shoot, flexibility, and of course you can have models as well through the studio, you see? So there are many ways how women can create photography here in my studio, you know, and different kind of women coming, right? And I'm very happy to make this video because there is a lot of ladies now coming to celebrate themselves because they happy with how they lived, what they achieved, how they look, okay? Just to memorize and freeze that moment, you see, for themselves. Okay, I'm going to have a quick saying hello, and I'm going to check if there is any messages. You can tap in there and ask any questions about. Today's topic is about ladies, okay? About why ladies create erotic photo shoots, okay? To see themselves differently, to revamp themselves. There are a lot of people who go in the cycles, and one cycle ends in their lifetime. They wanna celebrate it, or they wanna open a new cycle and start fresh and new, right? So then we will just book a makeover, a beauty professional who will change the hair, change the makeup, everything, brand new person, okay? That's what we do, right? And there is, I had to say, there is a very big sensual and intimate your body discovery happening in my studio. There are many studios that you can, you know, pretend or fake it, right? But I allow everything. I actually encourage. I encourage people who are feeling that they blocked or they cannot do something in their life. There are people who coming after illness, you know, the separation, right, divorce. There are different situations with every woman. But the most important is to understand who you are, for me personally, for yourself. Just to see it and have a full analysis of a spectrum of emotions that you can feel during the photo shoot, experimenting with different outfits, right? Undressing in front of the camera, showing off your sexual, intimate side, you know? And of course, performing, you know, performing in front of a stranger, right? It's people, when they create erotic photo shoot, they go through many kind of limitations and they're allowing themselves, you know, and when they're allowing themselves, right, the life allow them as well a lot, right? Okay, so hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, and I'm saying hello today to people who are just now just now launched. I think I will be coming out more often and talk about erotic photography, how I make it, and what is different, you know, when you feel it and when you put energy into the shot. When you're not staging, you know, it's different. It's different for you because you can freeze that time and then you can go back to that energy. That's why it's important. That's why, right? Sometimes ladies come because they want to have a dating photo shoot. Dating photo shoot is it's not a discovery process. It's kind of a presentation yourself to your future match. right? But during the dating photo shoot, you also need to know who you are. Because you see, if you know who you are, you know who you can find, right? You will send exactly right signals to that person, okay? So during dating photo shoot for ladies, right? We, of course, being romantic, I would say, right? Nothing vulgar. There is no explicit or nudity in there. It's just a small glimpse, just a little bit there, or show maybe a little bit there, not too much. Okay, I believe that olden days, photography for dating was very much important. Okay, now photography and video is coming, you see, into the dating profile. And now there is a first phase of a dating where is this, standard presentation when you address. But now ladies think about the next stage of the dating, okay? And next stage of the dating, of course, it includes nudity, okay? It includes nudity, it includes explicit shots, it includes naughty, kinky shots, So that's what I'm saying, be progressing with time. And erotica is coming into everyone's life, right? Because we are into emotional development stage. The whole humanity is, right? And we start discovering sexual energy and understanding what kind of a power it has on adult mind, right? And so we humans, you see, we generate energy with our heart, of course, with our brain. We send the signals, right? Or receive the signals. Okay, and so that is why I believe that when you tap into real sexual energy, you're most likely to find your true match. If you really know who you are, you can attract that person just by being yourself, So what I recommend for everyone who's coming on a dating shoot, and I'm talking about the ladies, okay? Little black dress maybe, okay? Of course, lingerie, right? Something, special, something special. And we create a portfolio. And what happens then, I can tell you. And this is a post-production part. I would reveal a secret that, you see, people, and in general, when we are progressing or we are going forward, we are most likely go back and then again slowly go forward. So falling back is a very, important thing here in photography, because when I'm creating a very confident personality from the shy, stiff, frozen lady, right? Even we will make the hottest shots. Believe me, in her head, she would choose the ones which are not standing out. That's how it is. That's what I've noticed. It's the transition is possible in the same day during the photo shoot, but later when I give pictures and when they're choosing the pictures, if that's the shy and closed personality which is blocked, they would be scared to choose the hottest and the sexiest ones. Okay. So what I'm saying is that these ladies, it's not easy convertible. What else I would say about the ladies who are coming and booking an erotic photo shoot, very often even booking for them and for their husband, okay, going forward. They are the ones who are taking the leading part, okay, taking the leading part. But how to say, majority of the couples when they shoot, okay, they agree together. Okay, it happens to me that when the couple is shooting, the husband is really want to have an erotic photo shoot and women don't. Okay, and when they arrive, I can see that she doesn't want to shoot, and she's doing it because of, because her husband wants. Okay, so the reason why the ladies do not want to shoot is, of course, upbringing. okay, morals, right, beliefs, right? Although I believe that when you create an erotic photo shoot, you are a woman and you are with your husband, okay? Everything what is intimate between you, there is no taboos there, you know? Everything is allowed. That's what I think, okay? Um, you see, they kind of scare these very, very intimate shots. That's why. Okay, because when a couple is coming to shoot, most of the time the man would like the naughtiest, the most nudity, explicit, close up, you know, anatomical shots. Okay, and that is why women scared to shoot it. You know, especially when we're shooting from behind. You know. Okay, 29 messages. Okay, I'm ready to answer and I'm ready to chat with you. Okay, today's topic is about ladies and erotic photo shoot. And I'm discussing different kind of variations. Okay, when ladies are shooting erotic photography, why they're shooting and what's happening. Okay, hi, hello. I'm translating from London. And I am creating adult photography for adults, of course, right? Okay, hi, hello. Hi, hello. Can just a second. I don't see those messages. Maybe I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm scrolling too fast. Hi, hello. Gorgeous. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Can we have some? Can we have some questions about erotic photography? I know UK is full of adult work and stuff. Okay, and that's what's happening here. USA is more closed on that topic, I believe. Okay, so let me know, am I right? Okay, let me know, am I right? Okay, one more new message. So what happens is that not every time I'm able to see the messages when I finish live. Somehow I go and I can see all the messages that you sent. So if that will be something important or interesting for me, I will create the next day live on that topic. Okay. And if it will be, you know, related to photo shoots or questions about the photo shoots, I maybe will be able to reply. Okay. So now we are in half an hour about ladies. Oh my God, I miss this sexy voice and the face. Someone knows me. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I don't miss going live. I don't. You know, I like quiet life. Okay, but you see, every person comes here with the purpose. And I have a purpose to show people how others love each other. You know, I grew up in an environment when I do not have examples of great relationships. I did not see, you know, strong connections. I grew up in a place where people were, you know, divorcing, fighting, shouting. You see, it was disconnection. So when I become an erotic photographer, and especially I wanted to shoot couples, I wanted to see those people, you know, I wanted to feel their energy. I want that information that I didn't have. Okay, and this is amazing because the sexual energy can last really long in a couple. I have, through 20 years, you know, of working, I have so many examples of a great intimate life together. Okay, not like first year, second year, third year. Like people are living 20, 30, 40 years together in a great, you know, tone. Sometimes I'm so surprised. I'm asking how long you are together. And they saying, oh, like 20 years. And, it feels like they just met, but they kind of feel each other and know each other. It is very important for women to find their match, you know? The same like for men to find theirs. But first of all, everyone has to find themselves. In erotic photography, it's the place where they can start looking for those missing parts because it will reveal all the secrets, all the feelings that you maybe hide, maybe you forget. It will bring up a lot of memories and a lot of feelings, you see, because this is not standard situation. This is not where you will have a chit chat. This is where you will take a real action, okay? And seriously, it will please me because just undressing doesn't work. I need sexy. If I feel sexual energy, we can continue. If I don't feel the sexual energy from the lady, I will keep shooting till she will, break. Break it and make it, right? I remember one shoot when I was shooting 6 hours, and only after 6 hours, this lady, she was so stiff. She was so, oh my gosh, she just couldn't relax. So when people are, it depends on the personality. When people are open-minded, it's okay to book a shoot 1 hour, 2 hours, right? When people are, very scared and very nervous, okay, they're afraid of them, undressing, afraid of intimacy, okay, afraid of, any kind of an experiment, okay, they need a longer shoot, okay, ladies. You need to book a longer shoot, okay? And then what I'm saying is don't go over with this post-production, Now it's kind of okay. Now it's kind of okay. But 10 years ago, ladies were like absolutely nuts. Okay? They were absolutely nuts. They were like, want to fix everything on the picture, I would need to go through every wrinkle, every birthmark, and, like seriously, because they would see everything. Okay, now we going back to kind of less plastic, fantastic photography. I mean, we have filters here, okay, and it's already available, right? It's already available. So I am more into a realistic situations, okay? And when I pose people, of course I pose them, but I wait till they will get into, into their body shape, that they will feel it, not just like being posed and being molded. Okay, I want them to feel their body, to feel their sexuality, so they will create a sexy image for me, so that I will be like, wow, that's like, that's like, I can feel this is hot. Okay, and then I will agree and accept the shoot, But like I say, there are a lot of people who have a broken mind image. No matter how many plastic operations they will do, they are not pretty enough. Okay, and the photography will not help them, okay, because they have in the mental department a broken image of themselves, okay, and they need to see, usually I would say this is maybe, funny, but very often I think, some people should see a psychologist first, and then to come to see photographer, okay. And one time, I remember when I just started a photo shoot, doing photo shoots, and there was one lady who created a lot of outfits, images, and I shot really well. I was like happy with the shoot, and she's saying, I don't like the pictures. And I'm thinking, strange. I'm thinking, why? And I was just like so shocked why you don't like the pictures. I mean, like, I know it was a successful shoot. She says, yes, I don't like myself in the pictures. What you don't like? I don't like my gap between my teeth. They don't see the lighting. they don't see anything. They don't like their gap between their teeth. So, I wanted, because I just started, my, my journey in the photography, I wanted to tell her, you should see the dentist first. and then come to do a photography. Okay, so she said, if you fix my teeth with the Photoshop, I will buy all the pictures, you know and I've agreed, and I would never forget, I was sitting hours and hours fixing her teeth, you know that kind of situations with the ladies. So I am, how to say, I'm very happy to help shy personality. Okay, and I'm very happy to lead them. Okay, it's very hard to work with people who are closed, they do not see themselves. Okay, and that is why I've created a course, for people online to practice and practice self-love, practice confidence, boosting their positive feelings, boosting the sexuality, and of course, discussing when this suspension happened, when this problem happened. In general, people have sexual fantasies, intimate fantasies, and they're all related to their limitations. Okay, what I'm saying, limitations is erotic photography. It's a repair. It's your repair, what happened to you in childhood. And now we know that, like if we speak about psychology, there are a lot of psychology types, not a lot, but 8. Okay. So all these psychology types, you see, they have a certain development, okay, into a certain personality. If in the childhood, in any kind of a stage, they were, treated bad, unloved, beaten, maybe humiliated, maybe, in any other way damaged. I mean, even silence, or, parents are not talking to you, or punishing you with kind of ignorance, or just busy with their work. Children still don't understand this, and they get traumatized. Okay, different people have different level of the damage, right? And what happens in erotic and in erotic photography, this all kinky fetish and BDSM stuff comes out. Okay, so when we discuss this type of scenes and this type of photo shoots, I absolutely know where it comes from. Okay, because depending what they want, if you want to be humiliated, during a photo shoot, it means that someone was talking to you in a certain way, right? That now when you're an adult, you feel relief when someone is, how to say, dominating you, or talking to you really bad, right? So that's where it comes from. Okay, that is why adults need to understand themselves, because they came from the childhood, and in their childhood many things happened. Okay, and we cannot make our life if we do not know ourselves. We cannot meet the right person if we do not know themselves. So that's the thing. Erotic photography helps you with that, because this is the place where you do things. When you do not think and do not talk, you actually take action. And when you take action, the shift happens. Mentally, right? Mentally. Okay. A photographer finding, what is this? Okay, if I do not see any questions, I think I'm finished for today. It's been already 45 minutes. Time is flying soon. And it's gonna be next topic, maybe tomorrow. I think I will talk about men. Okay, and then we will go deeper into every section, right? I will talk about men and then about the couples, maybe, right? So today's was topic about ladies. I was just discussing different kind of shoots, not prepared or anything, right? But I hope you get some information and you can remember something, and maybe it was worth it, yeah? If you want, next time when I go live, which will be most likely, I mean, like, I'm planning to do a marathon. If I'm able to go live and see for myself, you see, I need to practice to talk about erotica. you know. So the reason why I need to practice to talk about it, because you see, I'm not able to show you. I'm not able to show you real erotic. Of course, I can show you how it starts, right? I have a private, not private, public channel. Okay, I have a public channel on Telegram. Add Julia Winter Studio. You can find me and join me there. And from there, you know, you can reach a private channel when there is a lot of adult photography that I created over the years. Okay, sorry, photography and video, and I will create the memberships, you know, for people who want to expand, to broaden their mind, you know. I will talk about erotica more. What are the differences between erotica and corn, right? What I will talk about the reasons. Here I will talk about the benefits of photography, and of course I will talk about different psychological personalities, because they shoot differently. They want different things. They get turned on differently. Different psychological personality thinks differently. They want different things, okay? And of course they desire different sensations, you know? There are different kind of people out there, and adults should be treated, you see. You see, we have, right, different personalities, but to every personality have a certain error zone, right? Some stimulated one way, the other stimulated the other way. For example, there is a lady who likes to hear a lot of things, and the other one, you know, needs touches and kisses, right? And the other one, maybe, you know, maybe she wants rough, you know, and maybe someone, you know, doesn't want, you know, just romance and slow, you know. So I can tell you, when I'm shooting erotic photography, I see all these personality types, and especially when they want to shoot fantasy shoots. Fantasy shoot, because that is when identification happens, because they tap in and they go into creative mode. And creative mode is, of course, when you feel alive, right? You became alive when you was created. So when you create something, you use sexual energy. Humans were created through sexual energy. Everything around here is created by humans, right? So creative energy is very powerful energy, right? It's our resource. And sexual energy, I would say this is the resource that majority of adults need to tap in to make their life better for themselves and of course for their partner and for their families, right? Okay, I'm finalizing today. It was nice seeing you. It was nice talking to you. Okay, five more messages, 6 messages. 6 messages. Oil me up. That's a message, what I see. Okay, photo section. No. Okay, I'm sorry, but like, I will need to find out. Let me know how I can see the messages, because I could see now 2 messages. Leave me in the comments. Give me a direction how I can read the messages, because when I'm scrolling, don't see anything. Okay, thank you so much for your time. It was nice meeting you, and it was nice seeing someone who already know me. Okay, thank you so much, and till the next time. Like I say, next live, I'm planning to go tomorrow, because I'm boosting my portfolio, and of course I'm expanding my speaking skills about erotica to you. So ask me questions if you want to know what's happening, okay, during the photo shoots, what kind of photo shoots ladies, men, couples want, okay. And thank you so much for staying here and being. Good night. Bye. And you, good night. They've closed. Okay. And I'm going to close here. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, this is